Luke Bryan, hunting, fishing, loving every day. I'm Danger Frog with your morning splash. It's 8:11, 11 minutes past 8 o'clock. Sure happy it's Thursday. Looking forward to a Memorial Day weekend coming up. We'll look at your frogcast in a minute. Right now, we've got guests in the studio. Jamie and Nate from the Crawford County Drug and Alcohol Executive Commission joining us. And we talk at least monthly. We try and talk about what's going on in the community and what's going on with you. And today it's synthetics.
It's synthetics.
And they're pretty bad.
They are.
Yeah, I read about these terrible things all the time that who's using synthetics?
Well, we see it a lot more in adults. There's some experimentation among teens, but it's more younger adults that are using those kind of drugs.
And is it just about every drug there is? There's a synthetic version as well?
Well, there's a lot of different synthetics out there. The two that are probably the most known by people are like K2, which is synthetic marijuana, or bath salts.
And this is the thing, synthetics are man-made.
Right.
They're not...
Right. They mimic natural drugs or, ones that come from plants and stuff, but they're totally man-made kind of things.
And what makes them... Because I'm assuming they're even more dangerous.
They are. Well, you never know, the formula that people are going to use. You never know what kind of side effects you're going to get from it. You don't know what it's cut with. You don't know the potency of it. It's not regulated. It's not like somebody goes around to your local drug manufacturer and says, here, you have to have it at this potency with these ingredients kind of thing.
So who knows what you're getting?
Exactly. And they can tell you whatever they want to. Oh, here, have some K2, which is synthetic marijuana. And it can be any kind of plant material that's easily burned. And then they spray the synthetic cannabinoid on it, and they could add anything else that they wanted to it.
Now, are the synthetics as addictive as the regular, or? Well,
they're definitely very addictive. When it comes to bath salts, I'm sure people have heard about like the incidences where people have been extremely aggressive. There was the guy that bit chunks out of somebody's face one time. There was the guy that the police had to shoot multiple times because he kept coming after them.
And these bath salts, those were, at the time, I don't know if they still are, those were just like being sold over the counter places.
Right. And they used to be. They have new legislation, because what people would do is that they would outlaw a certain type of substance, and then they would change the formula just a little bit, and then it wouldn't fall under being illegal anymore. So you used to be able to buy stuff at head shops and gas stations and whatever, but then they came up with this designer drug law, and underneath of it, it's a substance other than a controlled substance intended for human consumption, and with a chemical structure substantially similar to a controlled substance, or producing a substantially similar effect. And that way they didn't have to worry about identifying specific formulas. They could totally go after whole classes of drugs, and it made it much more easy to be prosecutable. But it's hard to test for it, because if they keep changing the formula, you'd have to keep changing the test to know if people were using that kind. And they have a lot of ugly side effects.
So the Crawford County Drug and Alcohol Executive Commission, it's like every day you have to expand what you're working on, and you're trying to raise awareness and prevent.
Absolutely. Prevention is a big part of what we do. We're out in the community continually in health fairs and county fairs and speaking engagements and any kind of community event that we can possibly get into.
And like anything, education is the key. You got to educate the people on how dangerous these things are.
Right. And I think because we're so inundated with the information that you kind of think, oh, everybody knows this. But then when you go out and talk to people, you realize people really don't know this. You and I have talked a lot about opiates, and we continue to go out and speak to groups about that. And every time you talk to a group, you're always surprised at what people don't know about substances, because, that's what we learn about all the time.
So if a school, if a group, a church group, anything like that wants to reach out to you and say, hey, can you let's get together and do something, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, they can call us at Crawford County Drug and Alcohol. Our number is 724-4100. We have a beautiful website, and we're also on Facebook.
And you're also very busy because there's so much to do.
We are very busy, yes.
So thank you for coming in and educating us a little bit this morning.
Thanks for having us.
It's Jamie from Crawford County Drug and Alcohol Executive Commission. Nate slipped out the door. I was going to get him on the air too. But
He's a chicken.
I thought I'd make it easy and talk about the tribe, the Indians, because Nate and I are both big Indians fans.
Oh, yes. And I know, and I would rather talk about drugs than professional sports.
Yeah. We'll look at the Frogcast coming your way next.
You can change the life of a child in poverty today when you